How did numerical innovations truly develop? Imagine trying to count thousands of years ago with just your fingers or some scratches on a piece of bone. It might seem simple, but it was the start of something much bigger. Over many centuries, different civilizations made tiny changes that transformed how we understand and use numbers today. The earliest counting methods used tally marks, lines or notches carved into bones or sticks. These marks helped keep track of things like animals caught or goods traded. But as societies grew more complex, they needed better ways to record larger numbers. That's when symbols for numbers began to appear. Ancient Egyptians, for example, used hieroglyphs to representing different amounts, which made counting faster. Around 2000 BC, the Babylonians created a system based on 60. They used a combination of symbols to write large numbers and fractions, which was essential for astronomy and trade. This base 60 system was very flexible and allowed them to do more advanced calculations. A big step forward was the idea of positional notation. This means the value of a symbol depends on where it is in a number. The Babylonians, Chinese, and Aztecs all developed their own versions of this system. It made writing big numbers easier and calculations quicker because the same symbols could stand 4 different values depending on their position. Then came the idea of zero. Around 300 BC in India, mathematicians started using a small dot or circle to show an empty space in a number. This small change was huge because it allowed numbers to be written clearly and calculations to be done more accurately. Zero was not just a placeholder, it became a number itself. Indian mathematicians also studied different types of infinity and classified numbers, showing a curiosity about the nature of numbers that still influences us today. By the 8th century AD, Indian numerals, which included 0 and the digits 0 through 9, spread to the Arab world. Arab scholars called 0 sifr, which means empty or nothing. They refined the system and shared it with Europe. These digits, called Arabic numerals, replaced Roman numerals because they made math much easier. The decimal system, based on 10 digits and the concept of 0, became the standard way to write numbers worldwide. Throughout history, these changes were driven by real needs like trade, astronomy, and engineering. But they also show how humans have always been curious about understanding quantities and relationships. The development of numbers was not a straight line, but a slow, shared effort across many cultures. In the end, innovations in numbers grew from simple tallying to complex systems that let us do advanced math. They started with basic symbols, moved to positional systems, and finally included 0, creating a universal language for describing everything from everyday counts to the universe itself.